Good morning, student. Today we will study the topic Ohm law from chapter Electricity of class 10th. We know very well about the potential difference V and current I. The current is produced due to the motion of the charges, and the motion of charges is applicable only in the presence of battery, which create the potential difference. And when voltage and current is known, then Simon Ohm developed a relationship between potential difference and current. And for the development of the relationship between current and potential difference, he used some component and make a circuit. And what are the component he took for his experiment? He had to verify his law. And these components are: first is nichrome wire, which is an alloy of nickel, chromium, manganese, iron metal, and this nichrome wire is of length 0.5 meter, and one can take of 1 meter also, but generally 0.5 meter. And a voltmeter whose symbol is V, and ammeter, you know very well why ammeter is used to measure the current. And last one is number of cell, and these are 4, and the potential difference of each cell is 1.5 volt, and one cell having the potential difference of 1.5, then the two cell having the potential difference of how much? 2 into 1.5, and 3 cell 3 into 1.5, and 4 cell 4 into 1.5 V. And he arranged, Simon Ohm arranged the component and form a circuit like this. Here is voltmeter, here is nichrome wire, and this voltmeter is connected in parallel, and this is ammeter, which is used to measure the electric current. This potential difference, this voltmeter is used to measure the potential difference, which is connected in parallel, and this is switch which allowed to pass the electric current, and this line is conductor, a metallic wire. And here is the 1, 2, 3, 4 cell, and the capacity of one cell is 1.5 volt. First Ohm take the one cell. He take only one cell. He arrange only one cell. This one. In the given circuit, he arranged one cell of 1.5 volt. 1.5 volt. The reading of this cell is 1.4, and this will be also 1.5, and this will be also 1.5. The reading of this voltmeter and reading of this cell, which has a capacity of 1.5, will be same. When the one cell is used, he checked the amount of current flow in the circuit, and that amount of current is checked by the instrument ammeter. He noted the reading of ammeter. If he used one cell and the potential difference of 1.5 volt, and then he observed the amount of current, we are assuming, but practically we don't know, we are assuming that will be 0.1 ampere. A. Here is ampere A, and here is voltmeter B. And after that, he arranged two cells in the circuit, 1 and 2, 1.5. When two cells are used, it form a battery, and the total potential difference is 1.5 plus 1.5, 3, and this voltmeter will show the reading is more. Mean it show the 3 volt. And when he arranged 2 cell and he noted the reading on the ammeter, what he saw? The reading of ammeter is increased. And then he noted 2 cell, he noted 0.2 and this will be 2, 3. Potential difference is 3. And now he arranged 3 cell, 1 and this one. And this 1.5, 1.5, 1.5. Each having the capacity of 1.5, and then the total potential difference of the battery is 4.5. Means this voltmeter will show the 4.5 voltage of potential difference. And when 3 cell are used, he again noted down the reading in ammeter. He observed the reading is increasing. The reading is increasing. And just we are assuming 3, the reading was 0.3, this will be 4.5. Just we are approximately assuming it. And he connected 4 cell, all 4 cell. Then the potential difference across the circuit is 1.5, 1.5, 1.5, 1.5. That will be 6 volt. The reading will be so 6 volt. And check the reading on ammeter. He observed the 6 volt and he observed, what did he observe? 0.4 when connected 4 cell. So he observed as the number of cell will increase, the amount of current here reading on the ammeter will also increase. Then V upon I, this is the ratio, it's so 1.5, 1.5, 1.5, 1.5. It means he developed the relationship between the potential difference and current. Mean as we increase the potential difference, the amount of current will also increase. It means potential difference is directly proportional to the amount of current, and the ratio of potential difference and current is always constant. And then he saw the reading graphically. Graphically he saw the relationship between I and V. I and V. It represents graphically, when we draw the graph between I and V, I taken along x-axis ampere, and this will be across y-axis. Then this straight incline will show the relationship between potential difference and current, and the ratio of V and I is always constant. Means if we take this one, means here is any value we can calculate also. This is V2 and this is V1, this is I1, this is I2. He developed the relationship between this change in the potential difference and change in the current, which is always constant. It means this, if the graph is straight slope, between potential difference and current, it obeys Ohm's law. If the graph is not a straight line, if the graph is like this, it means it does not Ohm law. It does not follow the Ohm law, because the relationship between V and I, or the ratio of V and I, is not constant. Then he state, and algebraically how we can prove? Then he state, at constant temperature, this was the figure. Here is potential difference and here is ammeter. At constant temperature, the potential difference across the end of a given metallic wire is directly proportional to the current flow through it. Means when we increase the amount of voltage or potential difference, then the current will proportionally increase. Then he again, or we can say other statement also, the current flow through a conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference across its end at a constant temperature. We can state in two ways. First, the potential at constant temperature, the potential difference across the end of a given metallic wire is directly proportional to the amount of current flow through it. Or the second statement, we can say that the amount of current flow through a metallic wire, given metallic wire, is directly proportional to the potential difference across its end at a constant temperature. It means if the temperature will vary, then the relationship will also vary. And what he does want to explain, potential difference across the end of a given metallic wire is directly proportional to the amount of current. It means V is directly proportional to I, and V, when we remove the proportional, we have to put equal to, and I, this R, and this R is constant. It is constant, and which is known as Ohm constant. It is Ohm constant. This V upon my R, V upon my I is equal to R Ohm constant. And the name of this R is known as resistance. This R is the resistance. R is the resistance. Then what is the resistance? Resistance means to resist, to obstruct. To obstruct. What to obstruct? The flow of current, flow of charge. Resistance is the property of a metallic wire which obstructs the flow of charge or flow of current. It means R is directly inversely proportional to I, or we can say I is inversely proportional to R. Whereas unit here, according to this one, it means when resistance will more, current will less, and resistance is less, current will more. More resistance, less current, and less resistance, more current. If the resistance of a wire is double, then the current will half. If the resistance of a wire is double, then the current will half. If the resistance, for example, resistance will half, then current is double. Or resistance is double, then current will half. Why? Because they are inversely proportional. And now what is the unit of resistance? Here is I, R is equal to V upon I. We know what is the unit of this one? 1 volt upon my 1 ampere is 1. This is ohm. It represents ohm, OHM, and this is the symbol of ohm, and generally we say it omega. It means unit of resistance is ohm, which is represented by omega, and 1 ohm is the unit of resistance of that metallic wire if having the potential difference of 1 volt across it and the current flow through it is 1 ampere. If the potential difference of that conductor or the given metallic wire is 1 volt across its end and the current flow through it 1 ampere is known as resistance of 1 ohm. Or we can say that if 1 ampere of current flow through the given circuit, flow through a given wire having the potential difference of 1 volt is known as 1 ohm. And this 1 ohm is equal to 1V upon 1A. And for example again, if in a given circuit potential difference of 1 volt and current is equal to 2 ampere, then resistance is equal to V upon I 1 upon 2, which is equal to 0.5 ohm. This is the symbol of ohm, which is known as omega. And the resistance of a conductor is negligible. Means generally we can say the resistance of a conductor which allow to pass the electric current, the resistance of that conductor is 0, whereas a conductor having some appreciable resistance, some amount of resistance, if any conductor which allow to pass the electric current, if it has some resistance, appreciable resistance, that conductor is known as resistance. But the good conductor which does not allow to obstruct the charges, mean easy to flow the current, their resistance will be negligible, 0. But the resistance of the metal or the substance which resists the maximum amount of current flow through itself, that element is known as poor conductor of electricity. It means conductor having the negligible resistance. If the conductor has appreciable resistance, which is known as resistor, and the poor conductor having high resistance. Ammeter is an instrument which allow to pass the electric current, means the ammeter has negligible resistance because it has allowed to pass the current. 0 means it is negligible resistance. Of which instrument? Ammeter. Ammeter has negligible resistance. We generally use a component rheostat or the variable resistance, and symbol you know very well, or rheostat. Rheostat is the variable resistance, means it may change the small amount of current at a constant potential difference, means without changing in potential difference he vary the amount of current, because the resistance, small quantity of resistance, small amount of resistance we can change, we can vary with the help of rheostat at constant potential difference. This indicate, means if we want to change small amount of current, then we will use variable resistance. And the resistance and the current having them some relation, and we have to check practically how the resistance depend upon the current or current depend upon the resistance. Please, and we have noted down this figure. And now through this activity, we will understand I is inversely proportional to the resistance. For this activity, we make a circuit. First, for making the circuit, we need component like first is ammeter, and this is battery and switch, and X, Y we put the some electrical appliances which has some resistance. For this activity, first we will put a wire, nichrome wire, in place joined with XY. If the nichrome wire is joined complete, the circuit will complete and it will show the reading of ammeter. It shows some reading of ammeter. When we put first wire connected to the circuit, the reading will show. It means, and this will be, the reading is ammeter is, I think 0.2, we will assume yourself, and we again joined electric bulb, and ammeter will also show the reading. It will also show reading in second case. And third case, when we attach this torch bulb, and this ammeter is also show the reading first case, second case and third case. Are the reading of ammeter is same all three condition? Yes or no? The reading of ammeter is not same in all three condition, and the reading of ammeter is different for the different electrical appliances. Why? Because they have the different resistance, whose resistance is more, and the flow of reading in ammeter will be less. Why? More resistance means less amount of current. If the resistance will less, then the reading of current will more. Reading of current means allowed to pass the electric current more and more. I think resistance of which one? Electric bulb is more. It means this reading will show less. And now some question I am giving you. You have to note down from the board and you try yourself. If any doubt, then you can put your problem. Is it clear? Note it down. Note down these questions in next class. If you have any problem, then you can discuss. First, define electric current, potential difference, electric circuit, electric switch, electricity. Electric switch, you can define both, and with the symbol also. And you have to define cell and battery, and you have to write their, draw their symbol also. You have to draw the symbol of cell, you have to draw the symbol of battery, you have to draw the circuit. And now, and when we draw the circuit, you have to show the direction of current. Define unit of electric current and potential difference. Third, name the device which is used to measure the electric current and the potential difference. Which device is used to potential difference and electric current? How are these instruments connected in the circuit? Name the elements used in the filament of a bulb. What is the direction of the flow of current? Direction of current you have to tell me, you have to write, and direction of electron. What are the different types of charges, and write their characteristics. And you have to complete, and we will discuss next class. Is it clear?